G'day guys, welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation and some would say the world. As always, I have got Brandon and James here with me today. No Dan, so just the three of us, but we are here to talk all things sports, so sit back, enjoy. Gentlemen, how have you been, James?
Yeah, not too bad. Had a good weekend. Got through a fair bit of golf. I played on the Friday. I don't know if anyone else wants to talk about what happened on the Saturday, but yes, good stuff.
All right, how about you, Brandon?
Yeah, not too bad. Also played a bit of golf, which is crazy. With you two.
Oh, wow.
Did you play any golf as well, Lucas?
I played a bit of golf on Saturday.
This is crazy. But no, I mean, yeah, good times. I paid my rego today, so I'm very poor, unfortunately. Yeah, how's that? Fucking car regos. Like, you own the car, but like you have to pay, what, $1,000 to drive it? Come on.
It's proper fuckery.
But yeah, that's all for me, mate.
Yeah, well, how's this? Well, a few years ago when I bought a ute, I didn't realise you had to pay like a weight tax as well.
Yeah.
So the more your car weighs, the more you need to pay.
That's ridiculous.
Here I go paying like, $550 for registration of my old Mitsubishi Lancer. Then the government just goes and absolutely bends me over and gives me another $500 on top of that because my car weighs a little bit more. You know what?
She's fucked.
I'd be happy to pay it if they fix the fucking potholes, mate. That's all I ask. Anyway, that's my little rant over. So, guys, how about we head into the accountability? Now, this is becoming a very frequent occurrence here. The old Lucas's top tip losing. I apologise, guys. Come the new racing season, obviously the autumn carnival next year, I'll be back and ready to go. But yeah, Muramasa takes an L for me. I was in a bit of strife there on the bend, getting whipped at Caulfield. So what can we do?
Did it come? Did it come last or?
Honestly, dude, I didn't watch.
I seen it wasn't top four, so it's anywhere between
basically
the
last.
It's basically last.
Yeah, it basically last. But Leachy's lock.
Oh mate, Leachy's lock. He goes bang. It's been a while. It had been maybe like 3 or 4 weeks since the top punter did top punting stuff.
It's true.
But yeah, picked a good horse in a shit race and overpass flies home and absolutely decimates the field. So it was good for me. Good win.
Yeah, how good is that? What about you, Jim's Jam? What do you have for us, mate?
Unfortunate. Lost in a photo. Lost by about a nostril. So it wasn't like you could see that I lost. It was never going to be split. But yeah, just unlucky.
Each way all day?
Yeah, I think it wasn't paying that much. I think it was like $5, so it should have been each way.
That's all right. And then Dan, well, look, mate, obviously, as you guys have seen recently, Dan loves his horse racing, takes a lot of time into choosing his form. And he went Serpentine from the Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott stable, and I will tell you once it finishes.
Poor James and Dan were in the same race, so...
yeah. So, no good.
I tell you what, I didn't lose to Serpentine.
Yeah.
Well, look, the horse racing multi with another L there.
Yep.
But I still feel like we've gotten closer in that than we did in NRL anytime try scorer multis throughout the NRL season, so...
100%.
How do you feel about
that? Very surprising.
Yeah.
If only there's a couple of times I think Dan not here to help himself, but he messed it up twice.
We all nail like a $4 winner, and there's Dan. You look at his bet, it's like fucking $13. Run second.
I was getting like $4 places, like picking stuff and paying like $17 for a place.
I remember we had a good one earlier in the carnival. It was Kovalik at a win. Yeah. He drew the widest barrier in the race. He was near last on the turn and just got done. Just went down by like, half a head. I couldn't believe it. It would have been an absolute punting story for Dan if that happened.
Unfortunate.
Very. But look, we'll move on. Spoke about golf and some things on the weekend, and we're going to continue with that. So we've got a bit of golf chat coming up here, boys. Now, look, Saturday, we played golf for our mate Brad's birthday. Shout out, Brad.
Shout
out, birthday, Brad. We had a cracker of a day, boys. Were you guys burnt still, or?
Yeah, I've got a nice, healthy tan coming in.
Mate, I tell you what, so have I. It's getting there.
Bit of a peel on the nose as well.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, as someone who slapped, and also is always burnt, I haven't noticed a difference, so I'm feeling pretty good.
It wasn't an overcast day, hey?
Well, that's the weird thing. Like, we teed off, and it was raining.
Yeah.
It was raining. There were like, I mean, it wasn't pouring or anything like that, but there were raindrops. Like the drive there, the first hole, there were raindrops. The next thing you know, we get back to the clubhouse afterwards, or we get back to the cars before we head out, and all of us are like red raw. It was just, yeah. Look, on the sunburn thing, it wasn't great, but I tell you what, the whole golf day was absolutely fantastic.
Like there was some beer sunk.
Absolute beers sunk.
Mate, I had fucking hell of a vomit when I got home.
Did you actually have a vom?
Yeah, like in bed, didn't even make the toilet properly, so I was in the fucking floor of the
Wait, is that the
toilet down
nighttime?
there. Yeah, nighttime.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There was some beers drunk after golf as well.
Yeah, heaps of beers. I was we were talking about like drinking on the
Oh
course.
no, I'm not that bad.
Yeah,
Jeez.
oh, dude, I was smashing some like, I had some Great Northerns, and for those that know me, I don't like Great Northerns, but I like beer when I play golf. Had some Great Northerns and Asahi. Had about 6 beers on the course, but yeah. Look, score-wise, guys, tell you what did you get, James? Do you remember?
Can't remember. I think it was we beat you by 1 or 2, did we?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Brandon, do you remember your score, mate?
Yes, so I had the heaviest anchor in golfing terms. I had Dan on my team. We actually played some of the best golf, I think, of his life and my life to get a nice, healthy 96. I know in Ambrose, not the best of scores, but look, both average golfers. I played some really good shots, also had some really bad shots, and Dan pulled out some shots that saved the day, and I was cheering on it a couple of times, and I was happy with it, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. I thought it was funny that, you know, me and Josh, when we usually all go play and we play, like just stroke, we are always the top 2 by like a fair way. But then on Saturday, I think we came second last.
Yeah, it all went bad for
Well,
you
mate,
guys.
Dead set. We played so bad on the weekend. There was one hole. It was like one of the par 5s, like right in the middle of the course. So like maybe the 6th or 7th. And I was in a bunker just off to the right, opposite fairway, and I tried to chip out of there. I got out, but I've towed it with like the right hand side of my club, and it's rolled so far right, and you know, Brad was down there watching the ball, he was looking at us up a hill, and he said all he saw after that was my club just sent further than my ball went. But yeah, we had a cheeky 92 score, Josh and I.
You guys are like we thought it was going to be the super team, they're going to win so easy, and you suck.
We were so bad.
The fact that me and Dan were four strokes off of you is ridiculous.
I don't know how many times me and Josh looked at each other and just said, who gives a fuck? We were just blowing up.
I love golf.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, me and Philo sort of interchange good shots.
Yeah.
Every now and then he hits a bomb and you go, all right, sweet.
Who did the scoring for your team? That's my question.
I did, so
Okay,
it
so
was
it's legit.
almost
It's
legit.
Couple mulligans here and there.
No mulligans, no mulligans.
Well, any other scores we need to point out, boys? I think Jimmy and Luke got, they got a 77 or something like that?
Yeah.
Or an 81, 83, something like
What
that.
was Brad and Rob, were they the
Oh,
winners?
sorry, Brad and Rob got a 77, yeah.
That's he's playing off 14 or
14
something.
handicap,
so,
yeah.
come
And
on.
Brad, he's an anchor, yeah. Wanker, anchor, you name it. But
Happy birthday, Brad.
happy birthday, Brad. But yeah, God, there were some beers consumed later that night, wasn't there?
I can't remember our score. All I remember is going, oh, fuck yeah, we beat Lucas and Josh, and I've just put the card away.
Now, I've got a question for you blokes. This is the first time this information's coming out live on the podcast. The longest drive on hole 18. Brad had an exploding ball, and he left an exploding ball up there. We watched. We left it there because Jimmy and Luke were there next.
Yeah.
And we didn't see an explosion. We didn't hear anything. We left it in the tee box. Like you had to have moved it if you were teeing off. Do you guys know of anyone? Has anyone mentioned anything about an exploding ball? Or did someone pick it up and go, sweet, this is mine?
Oh my God.
What I'm thinking of here is Lukey has picked it up. Put it in his bag, thinking new beauty. Next time he plays, bang.
Imagine that first tee. Right in front of the pro shop.
I can just see him just going, oh, that's a free ball. Just diving for it.
Wow, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, well, who was the winner of the longest drive, though?
Longest drive. Look.
Oh, it was Robbie, wasn't it?
It was Rob, but with a close. Look, I had some of the best drives of my life that day, and I hit literally everyone straight the whole day. I hit 280 meters, and it was just off to the left, not on the fairway. I find out after, like, people have told me I've won. And then I find out, guess what? The rules are, it's got to be on the fairway. Robbie 30 meters behind me or whatever.
He was like parallel with you. I was about 8 meters behind you on the fairway, and I'm like, oh, sweet, I've hit a pretty good drive here.
I was on the road to the left. I had a stinker.
But no, I was fuming. Yeah. And then it kind of goes into the next day of golf, because I played golf 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
And I played some of the worst golf in my life, I would say. It's down to fatigue factor. That's what I'm going with. And
sure.
it was a bit of a wind as well. But my drives, every drive, slice right. And then the 18th hole, it's I think it was par 3, but it's a longer par 3. So I've got the free wood out. Before that, actually, I got chased by a chicken.
I saw the video. That was a classic.
That was a bit of fun. Chicken was just chasing me for some reason. Then I go to tee up, put my ball down. There's a bee on my ball. a bee, and I was like, shit, if I hit this thing's going to bite me. For those who don't know, I'm allergic to insect bites, so it would have fucked me up.
I didn't even know that.
It would have fucked me up pretty bad.
It's not like hugely anaphylactic.
Let's test it.
So I've gone from a chicken chasing to me into a bee on my ball. And
Like
then
a bee in his bonnet.
I go for the swing, like I've shooed the bee off, I've got grab the ball, put it back down, go for my swing, hit the straightest drive of the whole day. So I'm like, maybe I just need a bit of scare tactics to get me going.
You just need some bees.
I've landed like 5 meters off the green, and like I was pretty happy.
I'll tell you what, that might be an idea. Get some golf bees.
Golf
bees.
bees.
You just have some bees, a beehive in your golf bag. Just get on your ball and keep your drive straight.
Yeah, moral of the story is this scare tactic, I think, got me to play straight. So.
Well, there you go. Bit of Sunday golf for you, Brandon. What do you reckon?
No. That was enough golf, though, for me. I can't do 2 days of golf in a row. That's
rough.
I'm
sick of it for the next 10 days.
So,
you go, Jeff.
So let's talk about someone who can play golf.
Yeah, why don't we, guys?
Yeah.
Now, Min Woo Lee, he's the athlete, he's the golfer taking over social media at the moment. Now, I was never a big golf watcher. I'm still not a massive golf watcher. I watch the Australian Open and whatnot. But even just sitting there on social media, I would always see videos of this bloke Min Woo Lee come up for like the last 10 months. Now I'm so hooked on everything that bloke does. I'm so invested into Min Woo Lee. I want to get a pair of woozy pants like he's got. I mean, what else can you say about him? He's so marketable. Super down to earth. He's got, you know, he's great with the fans, with them. So, like, once again, the social media aspect of it, he's absolutely nailed it to a T.
Well, that's his market himself. Well, but you still got to play golf to get the eyes on you, and over the last couple of games, he's really done it. He's
now got up to 35th, I think, in the world.
Yeah, 35th, 33rd, something like that. Yeah,
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but he came third in the Australian Open in Sydney the other day. He's seeking to become the first player since Greg Chalmers in 2011 to win the Australian Open and the Fortinet Australian PGA in the same year. But I think the best part of it all is, you know, seeing the people there wearing their chef hats, yelling at him to let him cook.
Yeah, it's bringing a lot of younger eyes onto the sport.
Absolutely.
As you were saying, you've never watched PGA golf until now.
Now I'm even, you know, the whole Cam Smith craze of 12, 18 months ago, I wasn't massive then. But yeah, Min Woo Lee, that bloke's got me hooked, hey. He's a weapon.
We talked about it, I think it was last week. I said, I seen him in like a Cal Freezy video. It was like a celebrity, and they had the one PGA player.
Yeah.
And from then, I followed him on all socials. I'm like, this guy's fucking mad. Like,
so down to earth, like proper Aussie.
That's the thing. I didn't realize he was Aussie until he started speaking. I'm like, oh, that fucking guy's a mad guy.
Did you see? So I was showing Mrs. the other night. The video, he walks up to a bloke with him on his shirt. I think it's him on his shirt, and it says like "Let him cook," and she was not expecting his accent. And when he walks up to him and he goes, "That's a mad shirt, mate," like just Aussie as. Yeah, she was like, "Oh my god,
holy fuck!"
Yeah, I also love that he can hit his 9-iron as far as I can hit my driver.
Off pine needles.
Off pine needles. How ridiculous
yeah,
was
no.
that shot, hey?
What a weapon.
Oh.
Yeah, a proper freak. But,
It's all the balls. The balls are getting rolled back.
yeah,
I haven't actually looked into the details of that, but
at all.
yeah.
Neither am I.
We should use some explosive balls, maybe.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the for that podcast when that eventually comes to it, because we'll get a message saying, "Who the fuck put an explosive ball in my bag?"
Let's go.
Was that you thieving prat?
I'm now banned from such and such golf course.
Well, look, we'll head over. We've got an ad read coming up here. Now, this one is brought to us by James.
Ooh. All right. Who would like to do this one?
Jeez, I'll have a crack.
All right. Sweet.
Oh, it's Brandon.
I'm not throwing my hat in the ring, mate. You can go for it.
Has this been planned that you guys know?
No.
No.
This isn't a hit piece, so it's all right. I'll just hand you my phone.
Okay, certainly. This week's podcast is brought to you by Rusty's Cubicle, the absolute pride of the Leagues Club at South Sydney. After you've been in once, you'll be protesting on the street to be let back in. So come on down to Rusty's Cubicle, and you too could be singing Glory, Glory through the whole experience.
Jeez. Oh, mate. It was good because, Lucas was barely getting through it. he's the best spoken person out of the whole bunch.
The first word I saw was cubicle, and then for some reason I scanned to the bottom where it said glory, glory, and I've got no idea where this is going.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Are you coming up with these each week?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. We've got a creative writer here, guys, so if anyone needs any creative writing needs, you know where to contact him.
If you need any shit footy jokes, you know where to contact me.
That's right.
Well, James, actually, I've just sent you.
Oh.
We have an ad read from one of our loyal fans, Moe. He's got one
out of here.
specifically for you, James. After the video we put up last week, it was ripping into the Broncos a little bit, so you got a bit salty. So, James, do this one with the best of your ability.
Yep. Today's episode is brought to you by Parramatta Deserted Kitchens, bringing you both premiership droughts and kitchen appliances such as wooden spoons, all in their one-stop shop. Visit them today at Shop 1 Combank Stadium.
Oh, beautiful.
Look, I think you need some work.
Yeah.
Kitchen appliances such as wooden spoons, that's a bit of a miss. But other than that, I like the idea. Let me workshop it, and I'll make it better for next week.
Yeah,
Well played, Moe. Very well played.
Good stuff.
I love it. Love a bit of the ad reads. It's a great segment.
It's fastly become my favourite segment.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when something ridiculous like glory, glory. More kitchen appliances and wooden spoons. That's an all-time classic. Oh, Jesus. All right, we'll move on. T20 Cricket. Now, look, guys, the ODI World Cup was a few weeks ago, and Australia won, and that's all anyone cared about. But apparently the T20 is on between Australia and India. James, is there anything you need to say about this?
Oh, mate, haven't you seen online? The greatest revenge in cricket history.
Oh.
In the young Indian team has beat a weak Australian team in a T20 series that especially Australia didn't care about. And India sort of cared about, but really didn't either because they've got their third-strength team in. But tell the fans online that.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
But, to be fair to our Indian listeners, all of them, or two of them. I have seen a lot of sarcastic and other fans ripping on the Indian fans that think this is actual revenge and thinking that we care about this series at all. It's a useless bilateral series. But, boys, other than this shit T20, you know what time it is?
Is it Prime Minister 11 time?
Yeah, Prime Minister 11 time.
It's a bit of
now
big.
we're recording on the 6th of December. It's freshly summer. Summer of cricket is starting. So today, the Prime Minister's 11. Yeah,
I'm just
interesting stuff. The next opening batsman is playing there. Which one will it be? Who knows?
Yep.
Big Bash starts Thursday night.
Yep, can't wait.
I can't remember who plays exactly.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow
sweet
night.
as.
Thunder.
I know the Sixers play Friday night.
So, teams to look out for. You obviously can't go past the Scorchers, looking to do the Penrith Panthers and go for the free-peat. Also, look out for the Renegades. They've just got Quinton de Kock.
Ooh.
I think they've got Nathan Lyon, Zampa.
Your boy Zam.
My boy Zam. Sicko and Fitch is still playing for him. Like, they're pretty stacked.
Yeah, it's a pretty stacked team, yeah.
Our Thunder usually goes shit, so for the last couple of years. So,
Thunder.
but then it's only next week, next Thursday, we start the first test match of the summer.
Good God, yeah, right.
Yeah, it happens quick. That's another reason why this T20 series was absolutely useless.
Pakistan or Bangladesh? It's Pakistan first, isn't it? Because they're already here.
Pakistan first, yeah. So it's Pakistan for 3 tests. That wraps up in Sydney for Dave Warner's farewell. We'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
And then then 2 matches against the West Indies. Again, that I'll watch, but they'll just be on.
Yeah.
But have you guys seen Mitch Johnson come into bowl like it was 13-14 Ashes against his old teammate Dave Warner and his other old teammate George Bailey?
No?
No, I heard something about him saying some big comments.
Does he have a mad mustache?
No, he's got a top knot, but...
Oh, oh no.
So he's wrote this absolute hit piece, and like the main point of it is a point that a lot of people agree on, like, and I'm also on the fence on it. Like, does Dave Warner deserve to ride off into the sunset in Sydney when he hasn't been in great form? And like, we could be using these easier matches against Pakistan to blood in a new opener. So there's been a bit of discussion about that. Mitch Johnson has come out and said, "Fuck no, he's out of form. He's not a hero. He was a part of He was a big part of Sandpaper Gate." He's absolutely teed off him.
God damn.
On this article, bowled an absolute beamer at his fat head.
Dude, I was waiting for you to show us a video of him literally bowling at him.
Bowling at him.
Not just like bodylining him, dude.
And then he hits out at George Bailey, the head selector, saying he's too close friends with him, out drinking with him all night, playing golf with him. Brings up the point that George Bailey wasn't the one to sack Tim Payne. He said he was too close friends with him and he didn't want to. Like he called him a coward for that.
Jeez.
Yeah, he really didn't miss.
Yeah, tell us how you feel, Mitch.
Not making many friends.
So since then, he's been dropped by Triple M for the commentary.
Well,
that's a bit harsh.
Yeah. It was just that it was a bit too personal.
Yeah,
if he wrote this article all about, does he deserve this? He's out of form. We could be letting another player get this opportunity. Like, the last time Warner played against Pakistan, he scored 300 runs, and Ricky Ponting has come out and said this is a worse bowling attack than what they put out last time.
Yeah, right. He also has a top knot, though, so I can see why he was let go.
He'll be back to couch commentating now.
He might have to be.
Next week's guest.
Next week's special guest, that's right.
But yes, it's been quite the show over the last, and it's really only happened in the last 3 or 4 days. So yeah, that's the cricket wrap.
There you go, boys.
Nice.
There you go. Thank you for that, Jones.
Johnson.
Well, look, guys, guess the famous athlete. Look, usually this is Dan's segment, right? Or did we take it off him last week?
We gave it back to him last week.
I'm sorry, who was it?
I did guess it.
Who was it?
Robbie Whittaker, I'm pretty sure. The Reaper.
Oh, the Reaper. The Reaper. There you go.
I guess that I just asked for Australian UFC ex-UFC champion. Straight away knew it.
Bang, there you go.
Bang.
All right, guys. So if I can get the timer out, that'd be fantastic. So we'll give you 90 seconds on this one.
Is it Greg Chalmers, the 2011 winner of the Australian Open?
Look, it certainly isn't. It certainly isn't. But where's the old stopwatch? Here it is. Here. So we are going to go 90 seconds, guys. The old Leachy, guess the famous athlete. Time starts now.
Man.
Yes.
Hey, I'm just spinning it all.
No.
Cricket.
NBA.
No.
Jockey.
No.
UFC.
No.
Motorsport.
Wait, what did you say earlier?
NBA.
Yes.
NBA. We're in basketball, boys.
I'm going to say something that won't help me that much. East Conference.
No, not the Eastern Conference.
Too bad I don't know which teams are in which.
Current player.
Yes.
LaMelo Ball.
No.
Celtics.
No.
Mavericks.
No.
It's not going to be Lakers.
No.
OKC.
Yes.
Okay. See.
Has he had any
Any allegations recently?
No.
Oh.
Shit. I'm out.
Is it? What's the fuck? There's a guy I know from OKC, but I can't remember his name.
He's really good.
He's really good. Kevin Durant.
No, mate. He's like top 5 player in the NBA good right now, and has been for a year.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
He's got 3 names. Like it's a 3 first name, second name, hyphen, third name.
Can you give us the first name?
Shay.
Damn it!
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
4 seconds. 3 seconds.
Picked a sport that I just have.
I'm gonna guess it's Shay from the
OKC.
Okay. If I could give you the starting letter of the next name, do you reckon you got a chance?
I don't think I do.
If you give me the first hyphen, I might get the last.
Gilgis.
Gilgis, no idea.
I've never heard of him.
Fucking hell.
I get all my NBA through TikTok.
So it's Shay Gilgis Alexander.
Yeah.
SGA.
SGA. I was about to say that as well.
Yeah,
Tip of my
mate.
tongue.
I could tell.
If it wasn't Giddy, I don't know any other players from OKC.
It wasn't Josh Kiddie. Josh Kiddie.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, guys. It's Shay Gilgis Alexander. Top 5 player in the NBA for the last 12 months.
Well, you got us.
Smooth as butter.
Got us. He got us.
Got us.
Let us know if you want some any NBA chat in the old
Yeah, guys.
Couch Commentators.
NBA chat. I watch it religiously.
Me and James will be able to really bounce ideas off you if you want.
Who's
Is LeBron still good?
Hey, man, I saw the stats. He's somehow still all right.
Michael Jordan still play?
He wishes. Yeah, but the current best player would probably be Nikola Jokic, who's a big, large Serbian man with a gut.
See, I know who that is because he beat Australia.
Yeah.
That was tough, but
Whoopsie.
Live drop of the phone. Is it good? No, it's a mouse.
We're good. All right, boys. So, look, UFC Fight Night in Austin, Texas was on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know about you blokes, but we had a massive day on Saturday. Obviously, out near on all day. Saturday night came around, and I said to the missus, I said, look, I'm going to put together these like 2 IKEA bookcase things that she bought in the morning. I said, I'm just going to sit in front of the TV while the UFC is on and do that. And I witnessed, some of the craziest fights and finishes that I think I've ever seen. Like as an over 10. I've been watching the UFC for 12 years since about 16. So
I got a question for you. How many times did you swear while putting these IKEA furniture together?
Look, you'd be surprised. They were big bookshelves. At the start, I was so confused, but I got there in the end. It only took like 4 hours.
But only 4 hours. Goddamn.
That's all.
But yeah, the card, as you said, that was amazing for a UFC Fight Night.
Yeah, mate, for a UFC Fight Night, mate. The first head slam KO that I saw. Old mate's gone for an armbar, and he's dropped him on his temple, on the side of his head.
I seen that one.
And
the video.
the thud that it made was insane.
Out like a light.
Yeah, out like a light. Like couldn't even raise his arms to defend himself. Just proper unconscious, right? And it might have been. Was it the next fight?
Yeah.
Was it the next fight? Yeah. So back to back. Sorry, back to back. So it might have been the next fight. I'm actually confused now.
Back to back.
Proper confused. But anyway, the next fight, old mate's in a triangle choke, and he's gone full Rampage Jackson in Pride bloody 20 years ago. He lifts him up and power bombs him and KOs him as well. I've not seen a live event where there's been a head slam knockout, and there was 2 on that card.
What are the odds?
I think there's been, like right there's been 14 slam knockouts in the history of the UFC. 14.
Yes.
And 2 of them happened at the same show.
That is ridiculous.
In back-to-back fights.
Yeah. Mate, Dana White would have been loving life, dude. He would have been like, how cool is this?
They both would have got the 50K bonus for sure.
Yeah. Well, Drakkar Close was... he was in a bit of strife because that Joe Selecki bloke is an awesome wrestler, awesome grappler. But, you know, he grabs the arm and then just, like we said, dropped him on his temple. It was...
You reckon there's more chances now that people have seen these slam knockouts that people will try it even more?
Well, that's the thing. It's like a catch-22 because you're told when you train jiu-jitsu, don't slam because if you don't come away with the KO,
yeah,
you launch yourself deeper into the choke. So it's it's really hard to say if that can happen if they'll do that, but.
It's almost an instinct thing where they're like, oh, I've got him right here.
Yeah. And this Zachary Reese bloke, massively hyped prospect in the UFC. I think he was 7-0, 7 finishes, all in the first round and whatnot, like KO submission, a mixture. Comes out to fight Cody Brundage. Now, Cody Brundage, I think he has a record of maybe 14 wins, 7 losses. So it's nothing, like, it's not a fantastic record. But it was in this Zachary Reese's hometown. Ooh. And the bloke got slammed. And Brundage gets up, he's doing this to the fans, doing these ones, mate. It was insane.
The disrespect.
Yeah. How about I can't think of the name of the referee, but Bobby Green's almost dead, dude. Did you see that, James?
Simpsons
meme.
Yeah,
so that's the only thing I saw of this fight night. And it just popped up on TikTok of this YouTube
bloke,
yeah, reacting to it.
MMA guru, yeah.
Stop it! Stop.
Dude, it was so bad. Like he was so obviously out cold.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that was moving his hands to make it look like he was conscious was when he was hitting him and they were doing this. It was like Mario Yamasaki-esque in stoppage.
That was it was rough to see, honestly. I don't know how the referee could not jump in.
I didn't even see the post-fight press conference or post-fight scrum that Dana White does. So I don't know what he said, but I could imagine there were some obscenities and the word goof being thrown around here and there like Dana does. But yeah.
The main fight was a bit of a shock. Dariush.
Yeah, dude, Benil. Poor Benny.
He had been waiting so long to try and get any kind of hype like around his name and get a chance to win a title.
And here comes an Armenian bloke. When I watched it initially, I thought that knee landed like flush on his chin, but he completely missed the knee, and it was a follow-up left hand that just dropped him cold. I think Dariush's chin's gone now, though. Like I think Charles probably took what was left of it.
Yeah.
And the way he just crumbled after that one hit from Sarukian,
might be
could be the end for our boy Benny.
Retirement or go to another place like PFL.
PFL's calling.
I'm sure they'll want him.
Yeah. Just go up and wait and fight this bloke called Francis.
Fight our main attraction, Jake Paul.
Dariush, as of yesterday, dropped from 3rd in the rankings to 7th.
Jesus.
Or it could have been 3rd to 6th. Yeah, one of the two. But yeah, he's dropped down a whole heap, and Sarukian's gone up to take his spot.
That's tough.
So, yeah, the UFC rankings are all over the shop. So, I think Michael Chandler's still there, and he's not fought for over 12 months.
It hasn't been the same since Connor, to be honest. Anyone can fight for the title.
Yeah.
If you're bloody 15th ranking, you don't even have to be ranked in. You can probably fight for the title, mate.
I don't think Colby Covington has a win over a ranked fighter since 2018, which is 5 years. And the bloke's sat out for the last 3 years, just demanding a title fight.
Fights, yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, I think is it next weekend? Next Sunday?
Yeah, no, I think there's still another UFC fight night, and then after
and
that,
then that one. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah. It should be good. Should be good.
Yeah. So, look fantastic. But we've got some listener questions here, boys.
A couple, mate. The listeners are...
Jeez, they're listening in, aren't they?
They're listening.
Yeah, this one bloke, Matthew. Am I reading this or are you reading this?
I can read it for you because Lucas wasn't here last week. So we already gave our answers, and there were some good answers. I don't know if you listened to them at all, but...
Sorry, gentlemen. I was in Melbourne for work. I'm very sorry.
Oh, yeah, it was working. We called you up. You're playing golf, mate.
Oh, yeah, then I was playing golf, yeah.
No, all good. But we got a question from Kyle Haywood from last week. He said, what is your top 5 athletes in any sports.
Current or all time?
All time, mate.
All time.
That's what we went with, yeah.
I had this chat with one of the blokes at work today. Actually, we were talking about athletes, and I said that LeBron James is the greatest athlete to ever play any sport ever.
Yep.
I firmly think he's the greatest athlete.
Did
to
he
ever
hit
play.
all of our lists?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in
The
all
first,
3.
or just
I
like,
just saw. I didn't. Even though I said number 1 to 5, I didn't really have them in an order.
yeah, fair. I'm not. Well, I mean, he's my number 1.
Yeah.
No matter what, he's definitely my number 1. Top 5 athletes in any sports.
We went NRL, we went soccer, a couple of
Cricket.
us.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think
Do you
because
know who I picked in NRL?
who?
Nico Hines.
I hope you didn't. No, for fuck's sake. There's a reason I didn't listen then. Well, look, yeah, so LeBron James is clear for me in number 1. I would say Messi has got to be in there as well, somewhere. Probably Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd,
As well.
That's a good shout.
Yep, top 5 athletes. Wayne Gretzky, the hockey, greatest hockey player of all time. I'm pretty sure, they're like the second, third, and fourth best of all time hockey players. If you put all their careers together, I think they only just scrape Gretzky's career, so he's got to be one of the greatest athletes there. And then I'm going to put in George St. Pierre.
There you go.
George St. Pierre only ever had 2 losses ever in his entire career. Avenged them both. The best welterweight champion of all time. Won the middleweight title after suffering a bout of diverticulitis, shitting blood, not being able to eat properly. Still made the weight. Still beat Michael Bisping. And he is the greatest MMA fighter of all time as well.
Well, I picked John Jones, so and I said he was the best.
Cocaine and then steroids. I mean, if you don't care about steroids, then throw John Jones in your list.
Didn't have to lose. Well, he lost.
Yeah, well, mate, hey, steroids are a hell of a drug, mate. Just ask John Jones.
You'd be happy to hear what Dan's athletes were. There was,
can I guess? Nightingale, Ben Hornby.
it was.
Matt
I'm pretty
Cooper.
sure 2 NRL and 2 cricket.
So not even 5.
No, and he had LeBron James as well.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, I had 2 cricket because I made the joke at the end. I went with and put in Travis Head.
Travis Head. Yeah, that's fair.
But now there's another question that I thought would be good for you to answer, and this one was from Matty C, and he didn't have a NRL question last week. He had 2.
I'm so proud of him.
One out for this week.
Yep.
But he's asked if you had to represent Australia in the Olympics. We said any sport. It doesn't have to be Olympics, but if you have to represent Australia in something, what would it be?
Oh, shit talking.
Shit talking.
Oh, shit talking.
So does that mean like
wait,
debate?
will it have to be an Olympic sport?
More of a sport.
Yeah,
you
so
know? James
we
went-
went broader than Olympics, but you're still representing
James-
Australia in a
Dan
sport.
said
I went lawn bowls.
bowls. I said chess. Dan said sumo wrestling.
Yeah, look, that's fair. Look, I'd say tennis. 'Cause
Tennis.
I was
yeah.
on a pretty good path as a tennis player when I was younger, and
thought swimming
Well,
would
those
have got a shout.
nah. Well, if I say swimming and Kyle Hayward hears me, he'll shake his number 1. He'll shake his first place ribbon in front of my second place ribbon, so I can't be doing that.
Rip you a new one.
Yeah, well played, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, probably tennis for me.
Yeah, nice.
Long limbs.
Long limbs, yeah.
Well, I said Oztag to be the start, and then I said, you know what? If I actually studied chess when I was younger and did the all the moves, that sort of stuff, I could have been anything. Could have been
If
anything.
my nan had wheels, she'd be a bike too.
True. This is true. But I'll let you do the rest of the list of the questions if you want, mate. 'Cause
Okay,
this is
yeah,
for the group.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a beauty. Because this question, look, it depends who you ask. It's going to be very, very interesting here. Boys, if you leave, if your mate leaves grog at your house, is it your mate's grog? Or is it yours now?
I've got opinions on this.
Okay, I want to hear yours.
So, if it's something like beer, and you've only left 1 or 2, that's mine now.
Yep.
Like, you're not coming back for 1 or 2, and if you do come for a beer, you can just have some of mine.
Yep.
Spirits, I'll leave. They probably if it's a full bottle of spirits or like half a bottle, that probably gets maybe a month. A month to claim that. Otherwise, you've probably forgot about it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous cans. Realistically, they're pretty much free game, but I should sort of leave them for anyone to grab when they come over for a drink because like a ginger beer or anything like that, I might pinch one every now and then. But yeah, I think they're just free game for anyone.
Fair play, mate. How about you, Brandon? What are you thinking here?
Look, I'm pretty much of the same conclusion. It's basically anything you leave is mine now, unless I don't drink it, you can have it. That's where I stand. And also, thanks, Brad, for the question. You didn't. This is his first listener question. Shout out, Brad.
Need another one next week, Brad. Thank you, mate. Yeah, look, I got to say, look, I don't host many shindigs yet.
Yeah.
But I know for sure, like, you know, when you blokes host or one of the other boys host, if I was to bring, you know, a 6-pack of CC and I'd smash 4, I'd probably leave 2 here, you know, just in case there's a next time, or if not, so be it. But I can clearly remember one time at your old place where I brought over, like 10 VBs, and I think I only had 1 or 2.
They would have stayed there.
And then months later, I decided to look in your fridge outside for a beer, and there were the VBs that I had over, you know, prior. But
who drinks VBs, firstly?
I love VB. But yeah, look, I think it matters on what type of alcohol and how much is there.
Yeah.
Like if you bring over a case,
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't, like when I said the beers, it's if you've only left a couple, it's like you're not going to worry about that.
If I've come over and I've brought a case of Carlton Dry or something, and I smash 20, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
If I smash 18, I'm probably walking out.
You're getting carried.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting my car keys, jiggling them and going, yeah, man. Yeah, but look, it's good to see that we're all of the same opinion here. You know, a couple of good blokes.
There's a couple people out there who don't think that way, and you know what I have to say to them? Go fuck yourself.
GTFO. Oh, geez, here's a cracking question. So how are we going to all 4 make one? Okay, so out of everyone you know, who would you put in your footy team? Now, firstly, are we going, like, how are we doing this? We're going to pick 1 to 13? I don't think I know 13 people.
Yeah, we could do that 1 to 13, and we can just go like, say 1 will pick the number 1, and then we'll just go like round, or do we collaborate on who is number 1, who is number 2, or do we go, you go number 1, you go number 2?
When you say, are we going by positions?
Yeah, positions.
Okay.
Are we going to go through like, just try to keep it relatively like our core high school and stuff like that, mate?
Look, any mate you can think of, I think it'll be more funny.
I you know,
and also shout out Kyle for this question.
Yeah, shout out Kyle once again, because you know who I'm putting my hand up to place in fullback.
Who's that?
Kyle.
Kyle.
Do you remember playing down at? Yeah. Flanagan. We're in Flanagan's footy team, and this bloke playing fullback. He plays soccer for a living. Comes in a fullback. Man of the match. Just smashes everything.
I had him on my sting. If we were going, probably on the sting both ways.
Okay.
If we're going, everyone we know, you can't go past Oztag, mate. Shannon.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that way. Yeah, okay, maybe he's looking good. Sorry, Kyle.
Few NRL games in the bag. Plenty of New South Wales and Queensland Cup games.
Any Lamia High School jerseys, though?
Has he won any games for the Lamia Pirates?
I think he's a good shout for fullback.
Shannon Gallant is number 1, I would say. We locked that in.
Shannon in fullback. Okay. Winger. First winger.
I'll be happy to go Kyle Hayward.
Kyle
His speed, its acceleration, agility.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, inside Kyle in the centres. In the first centre position.
Josh Brescianini.
Fresh with Nano, you reckon?
He's a weapon. He was scouted by Penrith at one stage. Couldn't do that because of injuries, but...
And he went back to making pizza and pasta.
Yeah.
He's got his own he's got his own pasta place now. It's awesome for him. It's awesome.
Big unit who can move quicker than like half the fucking small
guys. He's proper horrifying. If I was
against
against him, mate, I'd be so upset.
I remember like used to like kick a crossfield to him, and he would just jump over like people, and you go, "Wow, he's a fraud."
Proper athlete.
Rook.
Yep. Okay. Okay. How about the other centre? Who's in the 4 jersey?
My shout for it would be Brad.
Yeah, Brad
He's-
Ford as well.
He's just good at hole running and just a strong bloke.
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Also, good coverage really anywhere in the back line if there's an injury.
Yep.
Quite
Yep.
useful.
That's
Good
fair.
hands as well.
Now in the 5. Now,
The 5.
what do you like singing here in the other wing?
I'm gonna shout one of our couch commentators. I'm gonna go Dan. Mate, Dan was a freak of nature in rugby league. He played wing a lot of games in wing, mate. Imagine you, right, coming up against a 6'5", 160 kilo bloke. Bloke's gonna run over you in a heartbeat. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw Dan on the wing, mate. On the
Okay,
sting.
that's fair. I was thinking more of the Farlow sort of thing there.
Oh, Farlow's
Farlow's a
good.
proper fucking athlete.
Barlow, I remember Jimmy playing on the wing in like high school tag and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe Farlow on the wing, maybe like a semi-run run. Esque
yeah.
bodybuilder.
Can't pass. Can run real quick though, and can break tackles. This is the interesting position. It's the
Yeah.
only one people really gives a shit about here. 5'8". Are you putting your hand up, James, or are you going to wait till the next
Oh,
one?
nah, I probably won't put my hand up for the next 2.
Oh wow.
I'll throw myself at 5'8".
Okay, Brandon in the 5'8" position.
That's what I'd throw out. I don't think I'm any more of a halfback anymore. I don't like controlling the game, but
Okay, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
like that.
All right, Brandon the 6. The 7. Who we got?
Gilo, best on and off the ground.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's best off ground for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, look, he doesn't get best on ground too often. But
Yeah, not anymore at least.
he's a good punter as well. Like,
Hey, you guys go back a few weeks. Listen to that punting story. Bloke won me thousands. All right, so Jai
I'm
Low
gonna
in the
win.
7. So who's the first prop?
we'll probably have to go the bloke.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
The unit.
Why doesn't he simply just eat the other prop?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, that's definitely an option.
Absolutely. Now 9. Who we got in the 9? Would that be?
I'll take 9.
You'll take the
I'll
9.
take 9.
Leachy's on the 9. There
You
you
gotta
go.
throw James in. He's played there. He's also versatile, so he could go start 9, go back to lock halfway through the game.
Yep.
Be
Yeah.
a bit of a Cam Murray kind of player.
Can
as
play
well.
shit halfback as well.
Yeah,
So
so-
I'd argue he's more of a Wade Graham sort
Wade
of player.
Graham.
This guy right
Yeah.
here. Yeah, just great. Sounds like he eats concrete and, all that sort of thing. Now, who's in the 10?
I wanted to throw out one of my close mates, Alexander Volkanovski. I've got a photo of the bloke, and I know him very
Yeah,
well.
that's
He's like the Warilla Gorilla himself. I think maybe at the 70 kilo range, it might struggle, but
Give us 95 kilo Volk every day
I
of
still
the
think
week,
he
though.
tackles every single forward that runs at him.
Yeah, without doubt. Nelson Asafa Solomona won't know what hit him. Guys, just getting into the back row. The 11.
Back row.
I think we throw
Yeah, I
Lucas
was
in.
gonna say,
we're
we
gonna have to
gotta-
find somewhere,
we-
aren't
we got to put him in.
I think I'm better wearing the
6'4",
14.
I mean, maybe 6'3", 6'4", maybe even
Yeah.
6'5".
7 foot
long
giant.
arms, and like everyone knows a back rower with dodgy shoulders.
That's me right here.
That's,
can chirp
that's your
as
Wade
well.
Graham right there.
I can chirp in a scrum as well. So, if you need something done, something said, balls grabbed, that's me.
Yeah. Bit of a hopper.
How about the 12 boys? Who's in the 12?
Whoa,
Who's
okay.
my other back rower?
I think in maybe a Joel, maybe a
I like Joel for lock.
For lock,
because he's got
yeah.
got a bit of hands. He's got that bit of crafty AFB. So but he's a bit shorter than a front rower.
What
So
about Matty C, the smiling assassin?
all right, let's go Joel
he's a
second row.
coach.
I reckon Matty C goes into lock and he's
Matty
like
C and lock, yeah.
He's not helping anyone there.
He was Brown from Parramatta.
Nathan Brown.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Matty C, just short and runs straight flat out, gets smashed down by a rookie.
Yeah, gets smashed by a rookie, gets back up and has another crack.
Yeah,
and blows up when he gets
that's
smashed
it.
again.
I like that. That's a team.
So there you go. That's a pretty good team.
And then
Let's run through
our
it.
bench would just run all the mates we didn't put in. Sorry about that
Sorry,
one.
boys. We had just missed
Scott
three of us in.
Moe,
I'll tell you right now, they've got about 2 minutes before my shoulder pops. So whoever's on the bench will come in for me. So let's run through 1 to 13 again. So we got Shannon.
yeah.
Shannon.
We got Kyle.
Yep.
Josh.
Brad.
Brad. Farlow.
Yep.
Brandon.
Yep.
Jai.
Yep.
Yep.
Dan.
Yep.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Who's-
Alexander the Great.
Alexander Volkanovski. Myself. Joel. and Matty
Matty
C.
C.
There you go.
And then the rest of the boys.
Tell you what,
In an extended squad.
Yeah.
try to tell me that's not a wooden spoon level.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's sign up for third div, and let's
That's
get
that will
fucking
get smashed
flogged.
in third div.
Like, at least like we got
None
some,
of our forwards, oh no, except for Dan, weighs fucking close to 200.
we got some good shit talkers. And look, if I score a try, I'm bringing back the try
Tell you what,
celebration.
Yeah, try July.
Good team to have a beer with. Good team to have a beer
Oh
with.
yeah. We'd be undefeated in like the afternoon beer session.
Struggle for work on Mondays.
Yeah. All right, boys. Got another one from Kyle. He's bloody on it this week. So
Love it.
this is an interesting one. Oh, it's just the three of us this week. So if you guys had to swap lives with anyone else here, anyone else on the panel, who would it be and why? I'm going to start with James.
Ooh. I could swap lives with Brandon and my life would be pretty similar other than working at Bunnings.
Yeah, exactly.
So I might do that for convenience.
All right. Is that it?
That's the reason, just for convenience.
Shit, it is what it is.
Mm.
How about you, Brandon?
Now, look, I've put some thought into this. Like,
Obviously, I
obviously,
didn't. I only just saw it then, so I was like, oh.
obviously, you got Lucas's life. He's married. He's got a house. He's handsome, good at talking. But I'm going Dan. My man, I want to be 6'5", 160, looking down on people, going, "You short fucking loser."
Oh, fuck.
I want to walk in a room and have presents.
Yeah, mate, I want to scare people with my sword. Because I challenged with height, short king over here, but imagine just walking around just towering over people like, "You are short."
Yes, that's a good point. If I'm Brandon, I lose a couple of inches of height. I choose Lucas for that reason.
Talked him out of it.
Yeah. All right, fair, gentlemen. Now, look, I could, you said you could go with Brandon and it'd be near the same.
Yeah.
I could go with either of you and it'd be the exact same. But I'm going to give you a rundown why. So, James and I had our wild years.
Yeah.
I mean, some are still in the wild years. But, 18, 19, 20, we were proper wild now. As you said, I'm married and have a house now. But I'd probably swap lives with you, James, because I know you're pretty chaotic as well and love a fucking wild time. And, I still do too. So don't take offense, Brandon. He's a bit taller than you.
That's
Not 6 foot.
And he's got a thick mullet too.
You're right. You could be like a little bit worse at golf, not as bad as a man at golf. He's still.
But
You know what?
he can absolutely talk the talk, though. That's the thing.
Good
But
stuff.
I like that question. That's a bloody
Yeah,
nice
that was
question,
good.
Kyle. Well played, mate.
Might ask Dan the question next week, maybe.
I didn't.
What is it?
At first, I didn't read the bottom bit of, on the pedal, and I'm like, oh crap, got to rethink everything.
Okay, now, guys, because we have now come to the end of the spring carnival, and we've just started the summer carnival in Queensland and WA. There's not a whole heap of horse racing to get through, but there is some. So last Saturday, the Group 1 Winterbottom Stakes was run and won by Bjorn Baker trained horse Overpass. Now, we were saying like the whole week leading up to the run, he's just better than them.
Yeah.
He's flat out better than them. And I didn't listen to Bjorn Baker after the race or anything like that, but
Close personal friend.
yeah, close personal friend, got a photo with him. Got a photo with Bjorn Baker. He said he'd come have a beer with us because he knew where the fun was. So, but when Overpass turned the bend at Ascot and went about he went 6 wide. I thought, wow, he didn't handle that turn at all, and he still put him away.
Just wanted some
comfortably.
space.
Well, I think Josh Parr was the jockey. Said he had so much more left to give. Like he was just cruising, and he smashed them. So massive win by Overpass. Brandon, what did you think, mate?
Leachy's lock, obviously. The only reason it wasn't your top tip is because I picked it first. Like, we both were all over it.
We should have doubled into it,
Yeah, we're both all over it. It was just too good. Like, last race it had was the Everest, and it led most of the Everest, only to lose to a couple, of really good horses, obviously.
Yeah.
And then comes back down to this, versing absolute nobodies. No offense to all the other horses.
No offense, West Australian racing.
But, as you said, came a bit wide, but then just storms home. So it was happy punting.
Happy punting. James, we all watched this at the beer shed, didn't we?
Yeah, so it was a great race. I liked it because it got me out of a small bit of trouble in the punt. That wasn't quite handy.
Yep.
Just really got back what I had on my bet that just lost. But that was... It's just... Did it easy. There's not much to say, is there?
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Well, look, then we also had in Queensland, the George Moore Stakes was on. Zoo Style is now a two-time winner of that race. He won it a few years ago, and he led from pillar to post in this year's edition. Rothfire carrying the 61 kilos, very close to running him down. Another 50 metres he could have got there, but... look, the Tony Gollan Zoo Style in his classic fashion just tries to run them into the ground, and he got away with it on Saturday, so fair play to Zoo Style. This weekend, we've got the Northerly Stakes in Western Australia as well. Now, this time last year, the Northerly was won by the Queen of Western Australia, Amelia's Jewel. I'm still going to say it. The Queen.
The Queen. But, may have been dethroned lately, but...
Yeah, look, hey, mate,
look, too soon.
She has excuses. Now, look, Zaki. Now, a few weeks ago, guys, after the Champion Stakes, I thought Zaki was going to be retired. I don't know if you guys remember that. Do you remember what's short? I thought he would be retired. Here he is, going over to WA, bit of sun on his back. Look, Zaki's the favourite. I think he's about $2.60, $2.70. Al Safina... hasn't won this prep, a couple of close seconds. She's the second favourite at about $7, but geez, this looks like last Saturday all over again. Zaki, I know he's older, he's 9 years old coming up to. I just think he could be too good for them. Doesn't matter about his age.
Is a swan song?
I think it will be.
Yeah.
I think it will be, yeah. And then he'll retire to some greener pastures.
That's not like Zaki's still been performing pretty well in some of the previous races. Like I think a fourth when Jamie Carl was on him.
Yeah, that was a Champion Stakes last start. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like some other good race. Like it's still performing. Obviously getting older, so it's not winning every like it was back in the day.
It's not 6-year-old Zaki anymore.
But yeah, I think again as we've pointed out, the field might get its pants pulled down. yeah. With J-Mac on board as well. Like,
well, that's right. J-Mac's in Hong Kong for the next month.
Yeah.
Did you see that? But he's flying back to WA just to ride Zaki here. So
it might be another sign that it could be.
Yeah, it could be a swan song for him. So, look, cannot wait to see Zaki on Saturday. I used to really dislike Zaki because I thought he was. I know it's hard to say dislike, but I hated the fans that love Zaki so much because they act like he was, the greatest thing.
Speaking about you, Cody Thomas.
Yeah, he loved him, eh? Yeah, loves a $1.80 winner. But and then Animo came around, and I fucking hate Animo fans even more. So I'm now a Zaki fan.
Now a big fan.
Love the old boy Zaki, and I can hope that he pulls off another Group 1 in his fantastic career in Australia. So yeah, how's that?
How's
that?
Now, got a bit of NRL talk as well. David Fafita. He's been hit with an injury, boys. James, what has he got, mate?
Tore his pec.
Well, that's what, 3-4 months?
That's miss like 14 weeks or so. Like, yeah, it could be anywhere from like 11 to 14. The NRL physio, that was his guess. So he could miss round 1, and also obviously miss a lot of his preseason. So yeah, it's a big hit for the Titans, who were looking like they've built a strong roster and got Des up there, but yeah, unlucky.
Yeah, Spewin, that's their marquee man.
He's a thick boy as well, so without a lot of preseason, might not be the best of.
His strength is so important to him as well.
Yeah.
Very unlucky for him. So who slots in there? Who slots into the starting position there? Probably Firma, Bo Firma?
Yeah, he was injured all
of last season. Well, most of last season, so he.
And then I think they had Stimson playing.
Yeah, Joe Stimson. Yeah.
So it makes it a bit weak, to be honest. But although Firma was good when he last played.
Yeah, it's been a while, so we'll see how that goes.
I love how we're still talking about NRL, even when the NRL has been over for now. How
You predicted Origin teams. Let's go.
2024 Origin team.
I'm talking 2026.
2026, okay. I'm picking Nico Hyde.
The Faiini brothers, 1 to 13. And Fanua Blake in a Tigers jersey.
There's got to be a Hopawadi going around that's like 17.
Yeah, surely.
Guys, James Fisher-Harris has won the Golden Boot. What's the Golden Boot?
That is the International Player of the Year.
That's what that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, Marshall won heaps of these because he's a gun.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson's won one as well.
Never heard of him. Yeah, no, but he's been one of the best props in the game for years now. And if you heard, I'll remember it was a grand final. I forgot who it was that was commentating on Fox Sports, but during the game they were talking about James Fisher-Harris as, you know, one of the greatest ever modern front rowers. He's just a gun. How do you guys feel about that?
3 premierships in a row. Like, every team has to rock up and you go, we're playing Fisher-Harris and Moses Leota today. We've got to step up. And yet he almost always wins the battle.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him lose a battle? A forward battle?
Not one that matters.
Not one that matters, yeah.
Like, for
Only
instance,
moments,
they sort of lost the battle the week before the final, but then came out and dominated the final.
Yeah.
Similar things have happened with Parramatta in regular season, but whenever we played him in a semi, got smashed.
Yeah.
It's actually like him winning the Golden Boots a bit more than the normal, because usually forwards don't win that.
Yeah, it's like a creative player or a spine player.
Fullback.
Saw some controversy of Payne Haas getting a shout when he had only played like 2 games and one of them included losing
he was one
by
of the
30 points.
nominees. Guess who else was a nominee? Ronaldo, which I was disappointed in that he didn't win. But James Fisher-Harris is a beast. As you said, like, he doesn't really lose the overall battle too often. Like, obviously, Broncos won about how many minutes of a game, but they still came back and stormed them back. And
that's the thing, they just grinded them away. And at the end of the day, who's their missing tackles tied at the end and who's storming home?
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of like Broncos and their forwards, do you reckon Carrigan goes into front row? I've heard little tales about that
too. Yeah,
cool. They've got a young front rower, don't they? Is it Palacio?
Yeah, I think so. But I've seen something like him going into there, just because obviously Flegler's gone. And
who goes into 13 then?
Oh, I don't know. Do they have anyone?
That's
they'll regen a new forward.
Palacio, I think, went to Titans. Sorry,
Palacio.
I reckon we get Matty C and we'll fly him over to the Broncos. He's our lock for the couch commentators.
He's our lock for their lock. Yeah.
Did we come up with a team name for it? We'll call it the Couch Commentators All Stars. Good chat. NRL, love that stuff.
Yeah, not a whole heap this week, but look, it's enough.
It is enough.
Yeah, for now. All right, guys. So the Couch Commentators Best Bets. This is a live edition this week, except for Dan. Lucas's top tip. Guys, I am going to Morfettville on Saturday. I'm going to race 1, number 3, Dancing Storm. So it's a 2-year-old maiden. Very difficult to pick, I know. But I'm going to stick with the Richard and Jolly trained Dancing Storm, ridden by the top SA jockey Jake Toroke. Currently paying about $2.80, so that will be my pick. Once again, that is Morfettville, race 1, number 3, Dancing Storm. Leachy's lock, what do you got for us, mate?
Well, look, I'm chasing back-to-back glory here, and last week picking Overpass. This week, I've gone for another big name. We already talked about it earlier in the podcast. It is race 8 at Ascot. It's the Northerly Stakes. It is our boy Zaki, hopefully going for a swan song. J-Mac on board. Surely too good. At the moment, you can get it at $2.60, so, I mean, jump on that. Easy
Juicy
money. Gamble responsibly.
James, what do you got, sir?
Firstly, how about us just fucking give and bread and win? So overpass into Zaki? Fuck me.
Yeah, I know.
If you're into it, like, you're onto it quick, mate. You just gotta...
multi them up.
So this week, I'll be going Sydney, race 5. Where's that? Rosehill? Randwick this week. Randwick, race 5. We are going number 6, Deep Joy. Second start. Its first start at 1 in a 900-meter race. This is 1,000. It looked like it was coming home with more in the tank. So yeah, hopefully we gets its second win. It's paying $6.50. So
Juicy.
yeah, I might go a little bit each way to just save my money, but who knows?
Spot on, mate. Then we've got Dan over there. Yep.
Dan, what has he got, mate?
Dan's going to have to go in with a video this week, which is good.
Alright, punters. For this week's fan decision, we're going around with race 7, number 2, Detonator Jack. It's paying $4.80. I expect it to detonate out of the fucking barriers and just go flying home. Get on it, gamble responsibly, and happy punting.
We'll come at you with our Couch Commentators horse racing multi, which will be posted later in the week. Anything else to add, boys?
Nah.
Cool. So just one thing to add. Oh my God, she scared the fucking shit out of me.
We have Ashley.
Ashley!
Yeah, first time on the podcast.
All right, guys. So one thing to add: this Sunday afternoon, Sha Tin Racing is on. It is the Hong Kong International Race Meet, where some of the best horses from around the world, Japan, Hong Kong, Europe. They all obviously travel to Sha Tin and take on the races: the Hong Kong Sprint, the Hong Kong Mile, Hong Kong Cup, and the Hong Kong Vase. We will be doing some videos on that day, reacting to the Big 4 Group 1 races. So stay tuned for those. We'll be active on social media on that day as well with some tips and whatnot for the race day. So make sure you don't miss us there, guys. But other than that, that's pretty much it, right?
Another good one.
Beautiful,
You put
guys.
it in the books.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow our social medias handle, which will pop up somewhere here. Take care.